Over the years, as I have hit certain milestones, objectives, and goals that I had set for myself, it never feels enough. Because every single ceiling that you hit becomes your baseline. Now, I don't know why this happens, but I'm not the only person that has ever talked about this. I think it has to do with the fact that as humans, ultimately, we're always looking for something more. It almost feels like we're engineered this way. And that gap between the expectation and reality of hitting those milestones or achieving those goals reveal that ultimately I am insane, that I will never be satisfied, that I will never be content with where I am. But I don't think that makes somebody like me ambitious. I don't think that's the right adjective to define people like me. So it's a constant battle between where you are and where you need to be. I feel like I can't pause to experience fulfillment before chasing the next high or the next objective because I don't have time to do that, number one. And number two, it defies the whole idea of objective, ambition, grit. It's like, who am I to pause and enjoy this? Like, I'm nobody special. I'm not doing anything crazy special. I'm not inventing cure for cancer. I'm not flying a space shuttle to Mars, right? That whole concept of enjoying the moment is just not in me. And this is not a matter of not counting my contribution, my current contribution. It's not about that. I understand the implications of what I build or what I have achieved or the technologies that I have created or the clients that I have helped or the people that I have mentored. I understand the implications of this, the value of this. It just never occurs to me that I should stop for a second and really enjoy the moment of achieving something. And even if I do that, it doesn't usually last more than 10-15 minutes before I get bored of that feeling. That is not the high. Because of the fact that that feeling disappears so fast until I hit the next one, it defies the whole idea of celebration. I think that people should celebrate in different ways. I think the reward that you get for a hard day of work is the opportunity to have another one. And I don't think that has anything to do with ambition. I think it has to do with the fact that our time is limited here. Yes, we can pause and enjoy life, and I do that. I love to play soccer, I love to snowboard, I love to do things with my family, but when I'm working, I'm working. When I'm focused, I'm focused. I don't have to stop for 10 minutes after I get a big sale and celebrate. I basically just don't think in those terms. The work does not feel like work. This is not work for me. I actually really love what I do. I enjoy what I do. It doesn't feel like just hard work. It almost feels like play. Whatever I did today, I did it with a lot of fun. And I think that's one of the challenges a lot of people have, is they look at this as work, and work has this negative connotation, right? Oh my God, I gotta go to work. No, you have to be so good at your work that it feels like play. It has to look like work to other people, but it has to feel like play to you. I think that's the time when you really hit those milestones, where you're really in that pure genius creation mode. That's when the entire universe really opens up. Purpose is important, but the larger pull that pushes me to go to the next one and the next one and the next one is the fact that I really dislike wasted potential. The whole concept, the whole idea of my life, I think, is recognizing the potential in me, in others, in my society, with my family, with my friends, with the projects that I'm doing. And that's one thing that drives me crazy, is wasted potential. I think the next step is like, where can I take this? How far can I take this before I get stuck, before I hit the ceiling that I have to break through again? I don't think that there's a ceiling where I reach the eternal happiness or objective. And If you don't believe me for that, just look at somebody like Elon Musk or look at somebody like Bill Gates, and yeah, people will call me crazy for comparing myself, but it's not really comparing myself and my path. It's admirable looking at things and determining that there are bigger things possible from a business standpoint, from a technology standpoint. That is the drive, which is there is never an ultimate goal. And if you look at people in their 60s, 70s, 80s that are still working, that are still going after something because they have a sense of purpose, is they don't see this like work. Warren Buffett doesn't see what he does as work. And this is not only about billionaires. I know a lot of really successful, cool people that are not even rich, but they're the masters of their domain. They're always pushing limits, and there's no end. The end is when you die. I'll sleep when I die. I'll rest when I die. And the meaning of rest for me is absolutely doing nothing. Just sitting down, meditating, sleeping, exercising is, in my opinion, it's rest. My brain stops. I don't have to think at that moment about what I have to do, or business or money or co-workers or projects or clients. So I think rest has to do with peace also. I am most at unrest when I don't do the things that I have on my desk or on my plate. Like if I'm delaying things, it's just chaos for me. I absolutely dislike it. If I sit here and work here for 10 hours and do the things that I'm supposed to do, then I'm at rest. So if I'm resting all day for 10 hours, then that's just gonna drive me crazy. So that's the matrix that I operate in. True fulfillment has to do with the fact of movement for me. Like I have true fulfillment when I've put in 8 to 10 hours of work towards something that I'm excited in. That's true fulfillment for me. It has nothing to do with the results or the expectation. Like I don't expect anything out of my 8 to 10 hours of work as long as I gave it my all. I really don't. I don't need to think about making money as a result of that. Or I don't need to achieve something as a result of that. No, if I'm putting in my best effort, my absolute best effort, I realize that I don't control the outcome. I don't control what happens. I only control how much I push, how much I put in. And this is not about only external achievement. I don't really care about that. I have inner fulfillment. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to achieve. Business is the ultimate points game that I can play for the rest of my life, and I really enjoy that. And I know that there's a doctor out there or a research scientist out there or a biologist out there that loves what they do as much as I love business. So this is not about external or internal fulfillment. I'm fulfilled in every way possible. It doesn't mean that I'm ignoring my family or my duties as a son or a husband or a brother. This actually, if anything, this allows me to be aware and a full individual because I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do. And the crazy part is that there is no ultimate goal or objective that I can really pinpoint. Like I can't really say, oh, I want to have a jet or I want to win the Nobel Prize. Like I don't have anything like that. If it happens as a result of my work, it happens. But if it doesn't happen, I'm okay. I don't judge success metrics in that manner. I used to do that about 5-10 years ago in my 30s, but I don't do that anymore. The success metric for me right now is, am I fulfilled with what I'm doing, what I'm working on? And do I see myself doing this tomorrow? As long as the answer is yes, I'm just going to keep going. And one might say, well, Duran, if you're really satisfied with where you are, then why are you working 7 days a week, 8 to 10 hours a day? Why don't you just spend some time with your family? Well, I do that. But you see, I think there's a sacrifice. When you have the capability and when you have awareness and when you are able to do things, there needs to be a sacrifice. It's not like we don't enjoy life. It's not like we don't enjoy weekends. The enjoyment level is different. Right? I don't have to not work all weekend to be able to enjoy the weekend. I still enjoy it, but we all have to set priorities for ourselves. And that's where the differentiation happens between work, play, and life, in my opinion. It's the difference between instant gratification and delayed gratification. Instant gratification would say that on a Saturday, today, I rest. But what if I don't want to rest? This is why I say I'll sleep when I die. I don't want to rest. When I feel like I have to rest, I just leave this office and I rest. I go to a spa, I relax, I don't work. But if I don't have to rest, why must I force myself to rest? Because everybody is expecting that. Oh, it's the weekend, you shouldn't work. Said who? If you feel like resting, you rest. If you feel like working, you work. But make no mistake, the habits that you create has to do with the decisions that you make. And if you have the habit of chilling every single weekend or at nighttime, then of course you're gonna differentiate and see work differently than your personal life. But there is a way to have both, in my opinion. And the person who's running my life right now is both the operator who is always achieving something and who is looking for the next level and the next level and the next level, and simultaneously the person who feels alive beyond that achievement. But if I have to pick one to guide the next chapter of my life, I would basically say I want the person or the individual who feels beyond the achievement, because at the end of the day, pushing and pushing and pushing, while it's necessary, it doesn't define what happens at the end. Like I don't control what happens at the end. I don't control the outcome. I have some effect, insight, or some play in that formula, but I definitely don't control the outcome. I can't say I'm going to work this much and I'm going to make this much money. I'm going to try this hard with my family and I'm going to make this person happy. Like, we don't control the outcome. We only control what we put in. And if I had to pick one, I would always pick the person or the individual that basically is excited beyond the achievement of the journey. So when I look at the relationship between success, achievement, and fulfillment, one internal story that I would rewrite is this. Success or achievement does not always happen with trying so hard. I actually think it happens more with alignment. So even though I work a lot, and even though there are things that I do that I push for, nothing is going to happen if I'm not in alignment with where I need to be. And that's why I talk about harmony a lot. For example, last month I literally left for 30 days. I was traveling for 30 days, or almost 35 days. In July of 2025, I was traveling for 30 days. I'm still working, I'm still keeping in touch with my business, still joining calls, but I'm not working full time, not 7 days, 8 to 10 hours a week like I work. So when I'm here, I'm here. But when I'm not, I'm not. So that's one of the things where if you look at that gap between, again, fulfillment and achievement, is I think things start to happen when you let go, when you release your chokehold over the result, which is like, this is the result I want, these are the KPIs I want to hit, this is the money I want to make. If you just let go of that and just enjoy the excitement of building, creating, the excitement of assisting others, helping others, clients, customers, mentoring other people, or your co-workers. If you're just excited about the day-to-day things that you're doing, if you only do the things you're excited about, like I don't do customer support, I don't like it. I don't manage people. I'm not the one to manage people. But I only do the things that I'm excited about. I do sales, product development, research and development, R&D. I work with technologies, I work with OpenClaw, AI. These are things that excite me. So I'm only going to do those. So with all that being said, if you are an individual like me, you might be, understand that there's no relationship between fulfillment and achievement. At the end of the day, there is no end or final destination that will make you happy. What you need to do is you need to find out what process, what journey is fulfilling for you and makes you happy, and just stick to that until it doesn't work. Then you pivot and you change. Our ability to pivot when we're not happy, our ability to pivot when we don't feel like we have a sense of purpose is our most powerful asset.